So I've been working on this little carpentry project, trying to finish out the corners of the house. And I made one attempt earlier in the summer and it wasn't working out, and I had to stop and reassess. It was kind of a unique situation, and I've been working on that this week. And here's a little bit of video footage of me doing that, and I hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone. So I have just been what we call shopping from my food storage. And what I do is once a week I make a list for food storage, and I get everything out of food storage that we need, and then I replace those items. And I'm always keeping track of expiration dates and things so nothing is expiring on me. So what did I find today that I needed? I found Q-tips, ibuprofen, mayonnaise, Nutri-Grain bars, canned milk, two cans of Hormel smoked ham. It's my son's favorite sandwich, drained and mixed with mayonnaise. A can of cream of mushroom soup. This one's dented, so I'm going to use this one first. And 3 boxes of deluxe macaroni and cheese. Now, why do I like food storage? Well, for one, if I run out of something, I don't need to stop what I'm doing and run to the store because I live 17 miles from the store. 2, if there's a shortage of something and I can't get it in the store for a week or two, I always have it on hand. 3, if there was a layoff at work or something like that that came up suddenly, something that took most of our money, we could eat from our food storage for a while. Also, if I'm doing food storage, I can shop when there's sales, and have more on hand and not have to be paying full prices often. And it just works out wonderful for us. And my son loves it. Like if he's like, oh, I want some crackers and cheese. Oh, darn, we don't have any crackers. He knows that he can go to food storage and get a box of crackers and then just let me know so that I can replace it. So it comes in handy. And then the last thing I'm going to say about it is if you get unexpected company and it's like close to your grocery shopping day and like you have food, but you don't have food for a crowd, I'm able to feed people from what is in my food storage in a case like that. All right, if you have any questions about it, if you want to see more videos on this, I will never show my complete food storage, the way it's set up, the full inventory, because if there was a crisis, I wouldn't want everybody to know every item and how much of it I have on hand. But I don't mind doing little videos like this. So, okay, we're gonna go now and make a potato scallop. Before we make that potato scallop, I forgot there's a couple more things I want to show you. This is my fruit fly trap. I used an old recycled pudding cup, put some apple cider vinegar, some water in here, piece of plastic wrap, took a paring knife and just kind of poked some holes in it and left it. And they crawl down inside there and they can't get out and they drowned. This works great. I use this every year. And the more that get in there seems to be the more that land in there after. And then it is getting really cold here. I have not been checking the temperature in the morning when it's the coldest. I've actually been sleeping late because I'm tired from a carpentry project that I'll show you in this video. But I still got 2 more zucchini this week. And when I picked these, they were so cold to the touch, I wondered if they were totally frozen, but they weren't. They were okay. All right, let's make that potato scallop. Okay, we are going to start by peeling our potatoes. We're just going to slice these right into our pan. You can grease your pan if you want it to come out easier. If you get a spot like this in your potato, that's called a hollow potato. Just go ahead, put your paring knife right down in there, and just cut that out. See? It's all clear. It's not rot or anything like that. I think what it actually is a little bit of the potato skin that actually grew into the center, but I'm not sure on that. Okay. Now on top of that, we're going to slice an onion. Well, I was going to use a leftover onion, but I don't like the looks of it. Let me go grab one. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now at this point, if you want ham, which I don't, but like I have this leftover spiral ham from Easter, I could cut that up and put that in there. I could put ham sandwich meat. I could put some of that Hormel canned ham like I showed you from my food storage haul. Anything like that would be really good in here. I'm just not much of a meat eater, so I'd rather just have a piece of ham fried in the cast iron frying pan with a little bit of butter until it's brown on the side than to have all that meat all through here. Okay, now we're going to pepper this really well. And we're going to add some salt, but not too much, because we're going to add cream soup and cheese. Your oven should be on 375 degrees. Okay, so let me rearrange here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we are. I am going to just add this whole can of cream mushroom soup. You can use any cream soup you've got. It'll all be good in here. You could even use cheese soup. This is my preference, though. Okay, and then we're going to add a can of milk, like our cream of mushroom can full of milk. Okay, and then we're going to whisk this. Now this is the way my mother made it when I was a kid, and I do believe my grandmother makes it the same way, and I don't know if it goes back any further than that or not, but it is a very, very good potato scallop, and if you add the ham, it's basically like a one-pot meal. Okay, we get that all poured over there. Just make sure it's covering everything pretty well here. Okay, it didn't quite cover, so I'm going to add just a little bit more milk. Okay, and it'll depend on how many potatoes you've got as to how much milk you need. All right, now to that, we are going to slice a half a stick of butter right over the top. Now we don't add the cheese until the potatoes are cooked through. So what we do next is we add aluminum foil and we put that in the oven. It's probably going to take an hour. Of course, it depends on how full you have it with potatoes, but it will take a while. Okay, so I got the aluminum foil on. It's going in the oven. Okay, here it is. It's been an hour. I've stirred it up. It's fork tender. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some cheese. Now, I prefer American cheese on this, but I don't have any, so I'm going to use the Cabot Seriously Sharp cheddar cheese. Now, once I get the cheese on this, it's just going to go into the oven long enough to melt that cheese and then stir that cheese right in.
Well, I helped them there with it towards the end, but yeah, I think
Sharp cheddar cheese is really, really super hard to cut, but it's good.
Fish brand new fuel tank and all over. Yeah. So we got a whole car across. They said we got another one ready yet. Come get it. They said keep that one. So I can now speak the well. It's right on the well. Yeah. They said don't worry about it. Take the wall back. Come get this other one. You gotta keep that one. Speak the well, but be brand new fuel tank ready to go.
Okay. All right. Back in the oven it goes. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, here's one pan of the ham that I just cooked on medium heat with a little butter and browned it on both sides. And then I made some broccoli to go with it. This is just my serving. My guys have already eaten. All right, thanks. Okay, here it is, all done. And I just stir that cheese right down in there so that it's covering the whole thing, not just the top layer. And I'm just going to let that cool a minute before I serve it. It'll thicken up just a little bit as it cools.